Like you with.
Hey guys, welcome back to Victor Guerra's podcast, or technically, welcome to Victor Guerra's podcast, not welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be doing something different where I will be doing a rapid fire series. If you have seen any of my podcast episodes from Become the Victor podcast, which is also available on YouTube, Apple,
And
Amazon,
Spotify.
and Spotify. And if you guys
Amazon
are
too.
familiar with those episodes, you guys know that towards the end of the series, towards the end of the episode, I like to do a rapid fire series of questions with my audience, kind of keeps their audience entertained and engaged. And I had this creative idea to do this with a good friend of mine named Alfonso Reyes, who also goes by Muscular
Muscular
Dystrophy Warrior
War or
on
MD Warrior for short.
social media, and he goes by MDW 1999, right?
Well, on YouTube, yes, because somehow I don't
Yeah.
know, the system glitched and didn't let me put the whole thing. I don't know why.
Yeah, it happens. And but yeah, so I wanted to do this series. I thought it would be pretty cool to kind of I think it'd be really cool to especially to like reflect back on like years from now of our conversations and yeah. So the
Okay.
first question
I
for
like to start because I'm the co-host. I'll start. So,
yeah, so the first
let me
first
see.
question. And you know
Okay,
what?
I'm
I didn't
listening.
even think about it until you mentioned
Oh,
it because you said I'll start. So I was originally just gonna have you answer these questions, but you know what? I'm gonna do it like you because you do it you because you ask the question and then you also answer the question as
yeah,
well.
because I don't want to. I don't want my guest to feel like, oh, he's not doing anything. That's why I'm saying I'll start because I'm the co-host. So,
Okay, yeah, let's do
all
that.
right,
So I'm
all
gonna
right,
ask the question. I'm literally just going
okay.
with the flow. This is
Whatever,
literally
like I told you, I'm the co-host. I'm whatever you're down to do, I'm down.
all right, let's
All
do it.
right, first
Yeah,
question,
this
then
this
I'm
is
waiting.
literally completely random. Literally just thought about
Yeah,
it like
yeah, I know I can
within
expect
an
a lot of
hour.
things. I can expect a lot from you, but all right, let's go. Let's see what your question is.
Okay, so the first question is, what is a small moment in your life that means everything to you?
Small moment. Waking up every day. Guess a
That's
lot of us don't get another chance to wake up.
yeah,
We go to bed, we never know what's gonna happen tomorrow. We all go with the mindset like, oh, I had to do this and that, and sometimes that day sadly never comes.
yeah. No, it's that's such a good one. Is waking up because the breath of life is
Yes,
is the biggest blessing that oftentimes we take for granted.
yes, yeah. So
Uh,
that's why I'm like that one. It is nothing material. Yes, another day.
yeah, for me, I would say
It's the same
it's
thing, huh?
yeah, I mean definitely, yeah, definitely having gratitude every day. I preach gratitude like throughout a lot of my content. I'm a huge believer in gratitude. And but for me, I want to answer this a little bit different because I want to try not to have like so much of the same answer, even if it is something I would have said, is a small moment in my life that means everything. I would say conversation, getting families together. I'm a big family orientated person. I could be going through like the worst turmoil of my life, and if I am surrounded by some good people, like laughs, conversations, um, reminiscing, things like that really, really can lift up personally my spirits. So yeah, so like stuff like this. For example, I'm having a conversation with my friend Alfonso, right? Who I've known for what, like 16 years, 17 years?
16.
Yeah, for 16 years. I know this guy like since he was practically a baby. I practically, used to put diapers on him. And
No, no, no. That's it's the other way. I put diapers on the twins. Yeah, yeah, you're saying that. I've seen these twins since they were
oh, that's
15.
oh, that's funny. And
I
if
went to your guys' birthday, that's why I
and
know
and for
15.
the audience, if you guys are new, I'm personally a twin, so that's why he's mentioning twins. But yeah, so that would be my answer. Conversation, family.
Okay.
I like being around people. Some there are moments, where I definitely enjoy my own solitude, but people
I
is
think
definitely a
everybody,
big
there's
one.
time. I mean, I'm fine seeing people because I dealt with isolation. So I'm like, I need to see people. I don't care. We can be sitting around not talking or talk a little bit, then look at our phone, then talk again or
Yeah,
eat or whatever. I'm fine with sitting with other people, hearing whatever they have to say, their story or
yeah,
whatever. We're talking whatever. We can have a conversation. We can start like silent, then once we start speaking, we can take hours.
Yeah. No,
All
it's,
right,
it's so
second
so
question.
so so true. The second question is, what is something about you people would never expect?
People that won't expect. There's a lot of things,
Yeah,
that I might not. I can, I can get angry fast. I
yeah,
can be like somebody can, you can say something that bothers me. People will be like, oh no, he's not gonna say anything. I mean, if it bothers me, then I probably will say something or
yeah,
react in a aggressive way. Not all the time, but you can expect like, oh no, he's not gonna say anything. That's what you can. Just don't cross the line. We good.
yeah. So for transparency, what Alfonso here is saying is, you know,
I get pissed off real quick sometimes.
the thread carefully because he's not afraid to hop out of his wheelchair.
Basically, yeah. I mean,
That's
in
so
other
weak.
words,
I was not
I
I was
mean,
not I was not expecting that answer. For transparency, at least for the audience listening, I've never seen Alfonso get hot-headed. Um, so that would
yeah,
be
that's why.
hopefully I never
Neither
do, because
you
usually it's
guys.
always the quiet ones are oftentimes the most dangerous. So
No, it's not quiet one. I think it's more like I don't want to show that side.
yeah, yeah, it's not a side that it's not pleasant, and it does no
Mm.
good.
No, because I know I have family that have the same temper. That's why I have it. But they're like, yours, they always tell me yours is twice as whoever, they can mention.
Yeah,
And that's why I don't use that side. I'm like, no, I don't want the twins to see me like that. I'm not joking around, I'm being honest. I don't want you guys to see me like that. Because you guys won't recognize. You'll be like, because I don't listen. Even if you tell me to just calm down, I won't.
yeah. That's another side. I was not expecting that answer. Two, I never seen
No, I
Alfonso
mean, because I feel
like
like
that.
I think I've heard a lot of stuff when we were younger,
Yeah,
but
I
not
know because
saying it.
you were pretty quiet.
I think it was more like I thought about it. Like I think it was a way for me to not show that side. It was like a
Mhm.
way to hide that side. 'Cause I don't really like that side.
Yeah. So what helps you stay away from that side?
I mean, just I don't know. Like probably not. I mean, probably there's no. I guess probably they haven't said anything that gets me mad or whatever.
Yeah. So pretty much what keeps them grounded is me.
Sometimes, because sometimes, no, I never gotten mad with you. Neither of you guys. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys never done anything wrong to me.
Yeah. Fun fact, if anyone knows the history and the story of when I flipped my wheelchair, fun fact, he actually got off of his and threw me out of mine. So
Yeah,
that's gonna be the new story.
yeah, I was gonna say something, but no, never mind.
Oh, it's so weak. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Me and this guy are always messing around. I like messing with him.
All right,
Something about me that people would never expect. Definitely say
you're never mad.
I would say
I never
oh
seen
no,
you
yeah,
mad.
obviously I do get mad. I mean, I was psychiatric hold, right? So I think everyone
I
has a
mean,
temper. It's just trying to stay grounded and away from that side. But something about me that I think people would never expect is actually I recently just revealed this on my Entrepreneur of Impact link, in
okay,
addition
let me
to
see. Do I know that thing or no?
another project I'm working on that you guys will also see, but you guys will
Do I
see
know this or no?
next week. What happened?
Do I know about this? No, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, you do. So something about
Oh,
me that you would
yeah,
not
my
expect
bad.
is I actually messed around with I like numbers. So I messed around with investing, such as like stocks and crypto, and I've done fairly well for myself. First year,
Is that
uh,
hard? I
first
always been
year,
curious. I always been interested in that stuff. And I'm like, no, maybe I do something. I don't know how to do that stuff.
yeah, the first year I made over like 50%. On
That's
average,
big.
for someone new to this, is on average like between 3 to 7%, depending who you invest with. If you do it yourself, you'll get lucky if you profit like 10%.
But you know what you're doing. I mean, like if it's 3 to 7%, it's like
Yeah, when I first did it,
you need to know what you're doing, not just mess around and be like, oh, I'll put my money whatever. You have to like always research before you invest. That's my
yeah,
theory
when I
about that.
first did it, the first dollar I put in, I went in with very little to no knowledge. The only thing I knew is how to set up the account. That's it.
I think I
And
think you know most something that most people I don't know how to set up an account, so
and eventually I would just eventually if something really intrigues me, I'll research. I want to know the ins and outs of that very thing. So for example,
for
when it
me,
comes
like
to
when it comes
investing,
to like investing, for me, like that's the key research and trust your gut. Research and trust your gut. I feel like that's the mindset you have to go to. Like I'm gonna succeed, but make sure you're confident, enough, and you trust whoever you're gonna invest with that it's
yeah.
legit. Because there's so many out there that say it's legit, but you can see the red flags, I guess.
Yeah, like for me it was simple. It doesn't
Yeah.
sound like when I talk about it, people are like, no, that is not simple. To me, it's simple.
It is
Um,
simple. Like if
it,
you go with the right mindset, you can do it. But if you go like, oh, this is easy, like no, you have to go with the mindset of confidence.
yeah.
I'm gonna do what I have to do, and then that's it. So let's see what happens.
Like when I began, it was very little to no knowledge, and then eventually I just started watching courses. I read books
Yeah.
on how to read the charts
See,
and do all
look,
these different
also
things.
that like learn about the business. Once you learn the ins and outs, that's all you need. Learning the ins and outs, you're good to go.
Hmm. But yeah, it's to me it was just patterns. So yeah, so that's my answer is investing.
All
I
right.
like I like
Le-
numbers. I'm very fascinated with numbers. The next question is, when do you feel most like yourself? That's a great question.
Like myself, that's a good question. I feel like everywhere.
When do you
Now,
feel
say
most like yourself?
like myself, like if I like if I'll say everywhere as long as they let me be like my secondary place, like oh no, you can't do that, you can't do that. I'm like, why not? Not doing nothing wrong. I
Yeah.
think like if everywhere, like as long as they don't have restrictions, be like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. I come place where they're like, oh no, you can't do no, they want silence. I'm like, silence, I don't want silence.
Hmm.
So everywhere I feel like comfortable as long as they don't restrict me from doing certain things. Meaning like talking or whatever, making noise, music, whatever.
For me, I would say it's in moments of solitude. Whether I'm writing, whether I'm creating content, I feel like I can be most myself just because I am my biggest critic personally. I'm extremely hard on myself. Extremely hard on myself. Um,
I don't think I knew that side.
Yeah, and that for me that would be when I feel like my most self. Just because, for example, if I'm writing, it's just me and my thoughts, right? I can only judge what's being said or what's being put on paper. Same thing with content. But if I'm creating content and it's just me and the camera, right? If I happen to say something where I'm like, okay, wait, that came out wrong, and then I have to remake the video or completely scrap it. Usually I don't remake it just because I feel like it's inauthentic afterwards. I'll just scrap it and then move on to something different. Um, when I'm with myself, I feel like I can judge myself, right? And I can have that own image of myself. Whereas if somebody else is around me and I'm creating content, then it's all about, okay, say if I make a mishap or I missay something that didn't quite come out right, that to me it sounded good in my mind, right? Whoever is outside or beyond those doors, now they have like a different image, right? A false image, if that makes any sense. So to me, I feel like you're most self when I'm in solitude and listening to
Okay.
music. I really like music. But the next question is, what is one memory you wish you could relive?
That's a
It's a good one.
make a wish when I was able to go to a Laker game.
That's a good one. One memory you wish you could relive. There's definitely been a few. One that I would really like to relive, I would say, is going into nationals when we were playing for Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we went overtime like 3 times. We played 6 games total, went 5 games undefeated, 6 game went overtime 3 times. Yeah, I would really like to relive that moment because I was just like the thrill of it was exciting.
The second one,
Another memory,
you said there's
another
several. Give me two more and then we go to the next one.
yeah.
Mine is
There's
just
like
that one.
yeah. There's several. So that's like one of them. Um, Another moment I like to relive. Oh, swimming. I I used to be a fish in the
I
water. As soon
remember
as I
that
get in,
you.
I did not want to get out. I would eat in
Yeah,
the
I
pool.
remember you guys had the swimming pool.
Yeah, I love swimming. I don't do it anymore. I say I retired from
You
it
don't
just
have the
because
swimming
it got difficult with my neck
pool.
support. So it became enjoyable. The last time I got into a pool was maybe
You got
like
rid of
5 years
yours,
ago.
guys.
Maybe like no, maybe like 6 years ago.
Then you guys get rid of yours, the one you had at home.
No, we still have it. But the last time I got into the water, literally as soon as I got in, I immediately wanted to get out just because my neck got extremely tired extremely fast. So to
Don't
me,
you
it
think you
wasn't
need
enjoyable.
something? Okay, the last one before we move on.
Another moment I would like to relive, I would say like the parties we used to have here. I don't think you've ever really attended much of those because yeah, I don't think you've ever really attended much besides like our graduation party.
That's it. And
Um,
you forgot the first party I attended. You're forgetting the first one.
which one?
What you mean, which one? Then you when I
Oh
met
yeah,
both
our 15th birthday.
that yeah, 'cause I didn't know for Alicia in that time. Remember it's when I met both of you
Yeah,
guys. I mean, met her because I already knew
our
you.
15th birthday.
Yeah, I mean, I still have the invitation somewhere around. So I think that I went to that, one, but I didn't stay long. And then the graduation, that's it. Other
Yeah,
than that, no. A Deli's birthday, but
yeah. It'd be yeah, it's yeah, I definitely like to like I said earlier, definitely like I'm
yeah,
very
my
family
bad.
orientated, so I like to be around family and stuff.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I don't think I ever went. I think you did invite me a couple of times,
Yeah, I
but I
remember there
wasn't able
was
to go
I know there was a few and then you would
when it
say
was like the
like you were going to go and then like you like something happened last minute or something.
yeah. So that's why
But
I
those were
mean,
fun. The parties the parties here are were pretty fun.
you still
Um
went to the other ones. Your reunion,
reunion. Which reunion?
the ones you do with your family.
The family reunions?
Yeah, you did those several years.
Did you ever go to those? No, right?
No, 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 I never went. It was
Yeah,
like when I was at your guys' house.
yeah. Family reunions. I don't think we've ever had a family reunion here. It's usually one of my deals that would do that, and then
So
do
here, so
that. But like we never. Well, technically, I guess we did have a family reunion. We would just have a party and
yeah,
do things like that. And it's not when I say a party, I'm talking about like a swim party where the kids like we were young, so we would mom would get like water slides, and the family would pretty much get like water slides, the pool, and all these
yeah,
different things, and um, to make it fun and entertaining. But yeah, that's what I mean by parties. Just
yeah.
getting the family together, so it's like family barbecue, pretty much. Family
Uh,
barbecues is a simple answer. The
then
next question is who in your life has impacted you the most and why?
that's hard.
Yeah, that's a very thought. It's a very great question. My intention with these questions was literally just to ask him these, and then or he gave me an idea. It was like, well, why don't you do it? So, or you didn't say like, why don't you do it? But he was like, okay, I'll go first, and then that opened up my mind to, okay, well, you do it too.
All right, then I don't know. I don't think I have. I'll just say too many, I guess, to name.
Like, name one.
I can't. I don't know. I can't think of one honestly.
Yeah,
I don't. When I have too many, I don't like to say one because it feels like he's leaving everybody else out.
yeah, like
So that's why I
favoring one
said
person, not the other.
yeah. I don't like doing that. I like to. Put every when there's so many things, I'm like too many. A
Yeah,
lot, I'll say a lot have helped. A lot of people has helped during over the years, so I can't really be like, oh, this person helped me more than the other. No,
yeah,
it's been several people, which is a long list, you know.
yeah. For me, there's like two answers. So spiritually speaking, is for me, it would definitely be, I would say God. It would be Jesus. Impacted me the most because he came and I always say Jesus saves just because he um
Yeah,
healed
that can be
me
one.
and enlightened me in a time
That can
of
be
great
like the
despair.
main. Yeah, that can be the one of them. That
And then
helped me. That's like the main one. Then the other ones are humans,
yeah,
obviously.
and then the second would be like family. Like my mom, for example, is one. Um, never gave up on me or never. She gave me a second chance at life, to say the least. And especially with family as well. Family can be chaotic at times, but um, but at the end of the day, I'm very fortunate for that. I'm very fortunate. So I would say that, you give a phone call and they're there. You're going through something, they'll show up regardless of whether they're going through things themselves. And that's to me is what real love is. You can be
Okay.
going through something yourself and you still show up for other people who need it most. You make time for it. The
All
next
right.
question is, what is something you have learned about yourself the hard way? Mhm.
The hard way. A lot of stuff I learned the hard way. It can
Mhm.
be medical, personal,
Dang,
everything.
same.
I always have to learn it the hard way, honestly.
So
When
what
it
is
comes
what is
to,
something?
hmm, not being too stubborn
Yeah.
at times, because I feel like I've been a couple of times. I'm like, no, so that's why I'm like, a lot of stuff. I'll say a lot of stuff, stubborn too much at times,
Yeah.
where I should have reacted or did something else differently.
For me, it would be what is something you learned about yourself the hard way?
There's
I would
nothing, man.
no, there's always something. I'm just not thinking deep enough. Um, something I had to learn. Something I had to learn. I thought you're having a stroke right now.
No, I was like, my bad, 'cause I was stretching. Sorry
No, no, you're
about that.
good. Something I had to learn the hard way. I would say I'm not going to overthink this question. I would say entering entrepreneurship.
Okay.
I would say entering entrepreneurship, and what I mean by the hard way is just because I didn't have any guidance. I didn't have anyone to, metaphorically speaking, hold my
I didn't
hand
have it.
throughout the process. I figured it out along the way and
Yeah.
studied, read books, watched numerous YouTube videos, bought courses, all these different things. And I studied who it was I aspired, who I looked up to. So it's something that I learned by myself the hard way, is regardless of the difficulty that, regardless of the mountain in front of you, it can be moved. And if it can't be moved, then you definitely have to figure out a way to go around it or go through it. But either way, you can overcome it. So that's my message
Okay.
with that one. The last question is, if people truly understand one thing about you, what would it be?
What do you
If
mean?
people truly understood one thing about you, what would it be?
Hmm. I'll say when I put my mind into something, there's nothing that's gonna stop me from achieving it.
Yeah, that's a good one. So he said, because it got a little bit low right there. So he said is
Yeah,
if
I think the microphone thing cut it off.
yeah, what he said is if there's something that he wants to do, there's nothing that can stop him. For me, if people truly understood one thing about you, what would it be? I would definitely say I'm gonna say this. This is like the first thing that comes to mind is you can go through difficulties in life, and there's two
Right.
paths you can take. You can take path number one, where the circumstances and the story you have lived makes you bitter with not so much just with those around you, but towards people. Or there's the path number two, where because of your circumstances and because of the story lived, you develop empathy to understand the depths of what it truly takes to overcome, persevere, develop that resiliency mindset, become faith based, become grounded in faith. You develop an empathetic understanding towards others. Many people, unfortunately, especially in today's world, choose and are stuck in path number one because of their circumstances, because of the hardships and the bitterness that life happened to partake them in. It's hard for them to let go or forgive or to heal throughout the process. And if someone can truly understand one thing about me, it would be that you can go through the most ugliest experiences, seasons, difficult difficult trenches of your life, the darkest valleys of your life, and you could still find a way to heal and love so that you too can be loved.
Okay, next question.
That's that was the last question. Yeah, that was
Okay, oh my bad. That was more question. Oops, sorry.
yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, that would be my answer. Again, when I created this, I intentionally was just gonna ask him these questions, but then when he said, "Oh, I'll go first," which he was gonna go first, then
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah. I already told you.
might as well then I do it, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah,
you do it next time by yourself on mine.
yeah. Well, you know me, bro. Ladies first, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
The
got, I got,
co-host, the
I got,
co-host. You mean
I,
not the other stuff?
I got to mess with this guy.
Yeah, that's why I said you mean the co-host has to go first.
Yeah, the co-host has to go
Yeah,
first.
you have to get it right.
All
You're going first on mine, watch, because you're the co-host on mine.
right, let's do it. Okay, well, is there anything else you want to add? Oh, you know
Yes, I
what? Yeah,
want to
you know what?
promote. Hey,
I'm gonna promote our stuff. My screen's not
hold
showing, is it?
up. Yeah, I'll promote mine first. I'll go. The co-host goes
Okay.
first.
I'll pull up your link. So I can,
Okay, guys. So this is Entrepreneur of Impact competition that Victor and I've been talking about. I'm
yeah.
currently seven. You guys can vote every day. Right now, votes are two per one. And there's 3 days left with 4 hours before voting closes for the top 10 Thursday, April 16 at 7 p.m. Pacific time. So please, I appreciate you guys. Keep voting and hopefully we'll make it to the next round. And here is how the voting works. You can vote, like it says, two votes for free every 24 hours, or you can donate something. $10 for 20, donate 25 for 50 votes, and like that you guys are seeing right now. So please continue to support us. All right, I'll let Victor share his now.
And yeah, and I want to touch on something really quick as well.
One, one
Uh,
now.
am I sharing my screen? Oh yeah, I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, you're first.
So,
He's gonna win. My
so this is
money's on
my
Victor winning.
th- this is mine. I don't even know how I'm in first place. I really don't. This is mine. Same thing, like Alfonso said, it ends April 16th at 7 o'clock at night. Tells a little bit about my story here.
Pacific time.
Pacific Standard Time. And then regarding the votes is I want to touch on. So when you donate, for example, it's times two right now. By the time you see this video, it probably isn't going to be times two. It's probably just going to be single. So by the time you see this,
Yours says 6 hours.
whatever,
Mine says three.
yeah, whatever it is you donate, the money doesn't go directly to us. The money goes to Gen Youth Organization, which is an organization that helps unfortunate kids um, fulfill thriving lives. They help them. So it says Vote for Victor Guerra, Victor the Inspiration, to be entrepreneur of impact while supporting a great cause. Cast your daily vote below or make a tax-deductible donation to help school children thrive and live well-nourished, physically active lives. So I wanted to touch on that um, as well. The links will be within the description as well. And yeah, I think this was a pretty good episode. And yeah, I'm
Yes,
actually looking forward
sir.
to now I have an idea on how I want to begin this style podcast with you. So
Okay, go
I
ahead.
really did like this style. So but yeah, so my name is Victor, Victor Guerra, who also goes by Victor the Inspiration Online. And then again, we have Alfonso Reyes, who goes by Muscular Dystrophy Warrior
On
online as well
Instagram.
on social media. And
Yes,
yeah, and also
sir.
his YouTube channel will be linked within the description as well, along with our Entrepreneur of Impact link. So if you can vote for us, it literally takes like 11 seconds. You know,
Less than 1 second,
yeah,
maybe.
less than that, realistically. I just like the number 11. So,
59 seconds.
but yeah, so if you guys can please vote for us daily, it would be so greatly appreciative. And
Then Victor's gonna win.
it,
I already
I
said.
don't know. That's what people keep telling me, but I don't want to have high expectations. I'm
You
going in with
have
confidence,
to.
but I don't want to have
I'll bet
expectations.
anything. I'll bet $1,000 if I had on Victor. I think I would have won.
Yeah, if I win, that'd be cool. I'll probably jump out of my wheelchair with excitement.
Yeah, they'll be
Um,
like, so it's fraud. He's been lying to
it's,
us.
that's funny. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you
so
know.
again, thank you guys for tuning into today's episode.
Thank you, guys.
I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And as always, remember, grow through what you go through. Much love.